Hey y'all, welcome back to Healing Gardens. I'm going to give you a quick tour. I have been having a lot of technical difficulties, and so these videos are few and far between. I hope to get it all straightened out very soon. I'm going to flip it around and show you what's going on in the garden. All right, we'll start right here. We've got our blackberry, which is getting taken over by sweet potato vine in the next pot. And so we're going to be cutting those sweet potatoes out pretty soon and get rid of that. And then here is our volunteer pot, and that is a citrus. Yes, it is, and it's very happy right now. I'm going to be transplanting that this fall. We have some oregano in here. Our gomphrena has just been a beast this whole year. And then, of course, Miss Peachy. She's doing great. These are some starts for parsley and dill. They're going to be going into the green stalk. Elderberry's doing good. I've got some boxes and stuff laying around because I'm fixing to lay them out to smother out some of this grass. So we've got some more sweet potato here, and this is a combination of long noodle beans and sweet potato vines. These green beans are very happy, but they haven't started producing yet. I just planted those a few weeks ago, so they are amazing. This is our sweet potato vine pot, and it's not as happy as the others, but it's okay. Here's our jalapeno pepper. I'm going to be taking, I've got some in the fridge, and I'm going to be taking these down to my son. Noodle beans. Our asparagus is doing great. Hopefully next year we'll get some that we can actually eat. And then you can see the rest of the garden is pretty much taken over with these sweet potato vines. I'm going out of town for a week, so when I come back, we're going to be harvesting all that. Elderberry is very happy. Got some okra in the background. And then we have another sweet potato vine pot. I had parsley in there, but the grasshoppers got it. Blueberry bush is still crispy on the edges, but she'll be fine. She'll come back next year with a new growth and a lot better shape. This one I planted some new noodle beans, so I've gotten one bean so far. We'll see if they have time to make a bunch of beans. These are off the old plants, these red ones, and I'm gonna pick all that. I am gonna pick all that and take it to Lubbock when I go. And we've got some herbs back here, and it looks like because they got crowded out, the only thing surviving is the rosemary. And then our grapevine is doing really nice right there. And look at this. That is our Jerusalem artichoke, and it's all the way in the ground. It's not in a pot. And it goes up and up and up and up and up, over 10 foot tall. Absolutely stunning. And I read about it, and you harvest it when the plant dies back. So I'm looking forward to that, to see what's in there. We've got some celery under there. I've been harvesting a little bit of that here and there, but not a ton. We still have pink eye purple whole peas here, and they're doing great. And our okra on the other side of the fence, I just harvested all that to take with me. And here we're going to spin around. There's our green stalk. I'll come back to that. But there are some beautiful sweet potato flowers. Now, not all sweet potatoes put out flowers, but some do. And they're always gorgeous. Okay, you see I missed a long noodle bean here. And that's okay because look at that. I got dried seed already. Our garlic went to seed, or is going to seed, I should say. It's already bloomed, and it's making little black seeds in there. I got to get some covering on that because the grasshoppers like to eat those. And there's our fig. I don't know if you can, I can't get back far enough to show you how tall that is. So from the pot all the way to the top is 1 year's growth. Isn't that amazing? 1 year. And then our green stalk. All in all, it's been a pretty good year for the green stalk, but I am going to rip out everything that's not an herb, and which mostly looks like, well, I'm not taking out my strawberries. I'm going to keep those going. This one rooted, and then it put off another baby, and as soon as it's long enough, I'll plant it in here, and that can be its home. And then there's another one coming off here. When it gets long enough, I'll put it in that pocket. So, and then after I get this planted out, I am going to cover it with insect netting. So that has been very productive for me. And I hope to completely pack it out with herbs for next year. Let's see if we can. Yeah, pretty nice. And then our noodle beans, they're just climbing along this awning frame. Over here, we've got more climbing up. It's just lovely. A couple pots have pecan trees and different things in them. And then more gomphrena, more basil, and our roselle. I did a little short video the other day showing the beauty of the roselle. You can't really know how beautiful this is unless you are standing here looking at it. But it is absolutely stunning. And it's getting bigger. It grows bigger and bigger while it's producing. And so you can see these calyxes. When they get pretty big, I would say nickel size or bigger, then I'll harvest them. Start drying them. Got some okra tucked in there. Kind of blends in because they're from the same family. And look, a little bee came to show you what they do for my garden. I'm going to cut all these flowers and take them to my friend. And we still have this herb pot. It's hanging in there but not doing super great. And this is really showing off with all the blooms. This particular sweet potato pot has struggled because it doesn't get as much water as the other ones do. And then our iris is taken over by grass, alyssum. And there's our beautiful Jerusalem artichokes and okra.